What's up, y'all? It's Ray, and today's moving day. I'm moving from Bangkok, Thailand, to Vietnam, Da Nang, Vietnam. I think that's how you say it. This is video number 2 of my content creation journey. I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger and move forward with this. Mostly thanks to Abba and Preach. I watch those dudes a lot. I think they're smart as hell. I don't necessarily agree with everything that they say, but their takes are really thought out and hilarious a lot of times. So I mess with them. So go check them out. But I just watched this video about them reacting to this woman that I forget her name, but she's getting a lot of hate from other women right now because she said that she would never get married and that she would stay single forever and thought being married was stupid and blah 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 blah. And then she got engaged. Within 9 months of her talking all that craziness, she got engaged. So a lot of her fan base are pissed off because they believed in her and they felt that she sold them this dream of like, all right, girl power, be single forever, whatever. And they were explaining that there's all these type of people out there on the woman's side and on the manosphere side where these grifters are just selling people these stupid dreams and these stupid ideologies of man versus woman and us hating each other and all of that stuff. While listening to the video, it got me thinking about how much bad information is out there from all these people that don't actually care about people. They're just in it to sell their courses, sell their lifestyle, and whatever. And I've stayed silent for a long time because I never wanted to be a content creator or any of that stuff. I don't have a course to sell. I'm not trying to sell anybody on a dream, on a vision of what correct is. But I like to help people. And even in online, in comments, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Reddit, whatever, whenever somebody is struggling with someone needs some help, I do my best to jump in there and, if I can help, I help. If I, know something about what they're going through, I'll do my best to help. And that video made me realize that I need to basically get out of the way. It's not about me. And I don't want to be a content creator or whatever, but it's not about me. It's about people that might need my information and need my help. So that's what I decided I'm going to do. Now, who am I? Who am I to give any advice, and why should you listen to me? I'm not saying that you should. Honestly, I'm nobody. Just some dude on the internet, some dude from the hood. I'm from LA. But a little bit about my story. The basic overview is I started off homeless, 17 years old, single mother, escaped an abusive, relationship that she had with her husband at the time. We went to another state. We went to Las Vegas. We were homeless. We got involved in this church cult thing. We were able to escape from that. It was like a church cult, homeless shelter thing. Basically, they get you in. It's like, oh yeah, come on in. And then, every day they tell you, oh, you're here because God is punishing you for making bad decisions and you need to listen to us and only we know the right thing, and everything that you think is wrong, whatever. So so it was that blew up in a hysterical way. Then we were homeless again, and then we got taken in by this couple that helped us out. Then finally found jobs, found our own stable spot. Was good for a long time. Then I lost my job. Was homeless again. Went to Texas and lived with my brother and all that for a while. Couldn't find a job, couldn't find anything, and then ended up moving back to Vegas. Still homeless, still just figuring it out. Got a couple jobs, things fell through. I just really struggled to get anything set up. But then I finally caught a break, got a job, then got a better job, and then I just kept climbing up the ladder. And then I ended up working at Microsoft. I went from being homeless for multiple years to making six figures working at Microsoft and living my dreams, motorcycle, own the house, all that stuff. And then I prestiged. If you're not familiar with that, I'm a gamer. I like Call of Duty and all that stuff. And the prestige is you get to the max level, and then you just basically burn everything away so you can re-achieve your achievements. Basically, because once you stop growing and you stagnate, it's like, all right, what's the point of this? So you get to high level, you get to that level cap, and then you're like, you know what? I miss achieving things. I miss having that little notification saying, you're good and you've achieved. So I'm gonna start over from the beginning and try again. So that's what I did. I sold my house, left my relationship, quit my job, and now I'm starting from the bottom again. And this time I'm doing it while traveling through Southeast Asia. Crazy. My life is wild, bro. But yeah, that's who I am. I'm someone that started from the bottom and I made it to the top, and then by prestige, and I'm doing it all again, and I'm trying to climb higher this time and see if I can take it even further than I took it last time. So I have a wealth of information, wealth of knowledge and wisdom that I've accumulated over my life. I'm almost 40. So I'm very realistic about my thoughts and ideas. I'm not judgmental at all. I believe every ideology can exist and has a reason for existing. Even if I don't necessarily agree with it, I can usually understand how a person can arrive at a certain thought or certain set of thoughts. And I understand that sometimes humans say things and believe things that everyone else thinks is like, oh, that's incomprehensible. Why would you ever think like that? How could you ever come to that logic? And me understanding humans the way I do, and I say that a lot, humans. I've been studying psychology since I was young. It was something that always interested me. I never got a degree in it, but I've been studying it, and I took a few classes for somebody else that didn't want to do psychology, so I just did their coursework and learned a bunch of stuff, which I loved. I thought it was cool. Like I always was always fascinated with how the mind works and why people do the things that they do, which is cool. But now it kind of screwed me because it's really hard for me to be upset with a lot of people, because when there's things that I don't agree with or things that I don't like, I can usually look into that person and I can have that empathy to be more understanding and say, oh, this person is doing that because of this, or this person is thinking that because of these reasons. And it doesn't mean that I just accept anything, because, if you're an adult, you still have decisions to make, and you still have to be responsible for the things that you say and do. But it lets me be a little bit more patient with people, and that's one thing that I try to bring balance to in any conversation or argument is, okay, where is the line between empathy and being a doormat and letting people get away with too much, or getting upset. I don't really get too upset by most things. Just kind of let most things slide. If it doesn't hurt me, it's whatever. It doesn't hurt my family, it's whatever. If no one's gonna die because of it, it's not really that serious. I don't be getting in fights and stuff like that, because unless it's something worth dying or killing for, it's really not worth fighting for. So that's kind of what I want to bring into this fear, this creator's fear, and through all this noise, it's just a little bit of humanity and a little bit of well, I already said humanity. Shut up. A little bit of reason, and just make people think a little bit more and a little bit deeper before just having these wild takes of, oh, this person is evil, this person is whatever. It's like, man, it's people change their minds. People are intellectually lazy, so they make conclusions without thinking things through. Sometimes on purpose, sometimes just because that's what humans do. The brain is wired for efficiency. So unfortunately, that efficiency leads to a lot of misinformation and bad information and whatever. And because people now take the words of content creators and random people on the internet and talking heads like me super serious, they base their whole lives on these ideas of these people that aren't any better informed than they are. So I'm not here to be the police and tell you what you should and shouldn't believe. I'm not here to be the professional that says, I know what's right, I know all the right answers, and blah, 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 blah. I'm just here to share my knowledge and my takes on life. And hopefully that helps somebody out there, man. Like, I've been through a bunch of stuff. Like I said, built myself up from being homeless to all the way up the ladder, and then I jumped off the ladder, and I'm in the process of building a new ladder, building my own ladder this time while traveling. So I'm rambling a little bit, my bad, but again, just letting you know that this is what I'm going to be doing on this page, is be talking, yapping, showing y'all the process of what I'm doing, and sharing my thoughts on different things. It's like 9 o'clock here in Thailand, 9 o'clock in the morning. My flight leaves at some point today. I think it's like 3 o'clock, something. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this. If I'm gonna upload this, we'll see. I don't know, man. We'll see. But if I do, I'm probably in Vietnam at this point, and I might make another video while I'm in Vietnam and show y'all what that's like from my perspective. And if I come up with any other thoughts or anything else hits me, I might make another video. Yeah, man. I don't know. Yeah, if you have any questions or anything, if I can help you, you heard my story, you want to know more about certain parts of my story, my journey, about Vietnam, about Bangkok, about Hua Hin, yeah, leave it in the comments. Ask your questions. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. If you want to, like I said, man, I'm just here trying to help people. So do what you do, bro, or lady, bro. Yeah, I don't really know how to end this video. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to me yet. And I look forward to helping some people and hope that I could bring a little bit of wisdom into these conversations and help somebody out there. All right, y'all. Be easy. Peace.